Hey everybody, it's Rolly, and today is day 26 of our Soulful journey. And so today we're going to be talking about the nature as therapy. So as we come to an end of this weekend, we are just moving into the final 4 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week will be the end of our journey, our soulful journey. Well, it won't be the end because we're going to be able to continue on. So anybody who wants to continue on, there are some more things that I have going on that I would like to invite you to. But I'll talk more about that in a few days. So, one of the things that we're talking about today is the is nature as therapy, and so nature is super important. And one of the things that's really interesting is that regardless of who we are, we're all drawn to nature. So, as much as I don't like winter, I love being able to see that light snow. Snowfall coming. And so, even though I do not like the snow, it is something that's very attractive and very beautiful. And a lot of us are drawn to water. Water is my favorite. So anything that has to do with a scene that has to do with water, it's calming, it's peaceful for me. Um, when we see the moon shining in the sky, whether you follow the moon or don't follow the moon, when there's a full moon, and especially when there's a full moon that is either shining over a field or shining over a lake, it's just this incredible view. And it's just these different things that we have going on, flowers and trees and the smell of grass. So for some of us, the smell of grass is not nice, but I like that. Even though it brings up my allergies, I like that smell of like freshly cut grass because it's like that. Oh, it smells like summer after a fresh rain in the spring when everything's like all just melting and it's got like that stale kind of air, and then you have that fresh spring air. You can really smell that. And so it's just all the ability of us being able to connect to the outdoors, which is super healing. So the earth has healing powers. And so when we're talking grounding, so we hear that a lot. And that's one of the things that I've heard a lot of in the last little while is more and more people are talking about being grounded and connected and doing some earthing. And so earthing is when you actually put both feet on the ground and allow the electrodes or the electric force field to be able to come in and really bring you into that grounding space. And it really is incredible to be able to see that how that really works. And so I know that my husband's aunt laughs at me all the time because, like, even when the weather was starting to get a little cooler, she came over and I was running out to the shed to go get something out of the freezer. And she's like, even in this weather? And it's like, it's a little cool. I'm not going to like walk around all over the place with that. But it's definitely something that I'm going to do for like a quick minute. And so, but it's like still that connection to the earth. And in the summertime, I'm walking throughout the entire yard with my bare feet on. And so, or my bare feet on, my bare feet are always on. Sometimes they're in shoes, but I'm always in my bare feet. So like if I'm sitting at the patio table, then chances are I've probably walked there either without my sandals on and or I've taken them off and then I start walking around. So trying to find sandals for me in the summertime is a little bit challenging because it's like, hey, where did I leave them last? But I do have 4 pairs of sandals that I have like kind of all over the place. I have 2 pairs of black and 2 pairs of light ones. And so it's just kind of like random as to like, where am I going to find my sandals? But it's just that way of being able to connect. So we have, and of course, nature can also be challenging when we are having storms or things like that. But it is still that connection of like everything happening. So another winter scene that I love looking at, again, not like being part of, but like looking at, is like when we get that frost and all of the trees, when you wake up in the morning and the trees are like iced over and glistening in the sun. And so like that is just really incredible. And so it's just a matter of finding what works for us and what do we stay connected to, and how can we connect to Mother Earth and nature and be part of all of that. So one of the ways of being one of the ways that is really, really effective, and again, I'm going to go back to mindfulness. So being able to have a mindful connection to nature is a great way of being able to figure out what it is that we have going on in terms of being able to kind of keep us stable and steady and all those kinds of things. So just being able to just be present and yeah, so like that's kind of where things are that way. So one of the things that I'm going to invite you to do, so again, I've been talking about this, is that I'm going to have some set dates of some activities that we're going to be doing. And so a virtual nature walk is going to be one of the things that I'm going to take you on. So of course, in our neck of the woods, it all depends on when it's warm and sunny and that kind of thing. So we will go on a virtual nature walk and see what we see. And so it won't be a live event, likely, depending on where I go. So because depending on where I go, I may not be able to get a connection, but if I can get a connection, then I will definitely do a live event. But otherwise, what we're going to do is just be able to go through that sights and sounds. The only things that you're not going to be able to experience is the smells. However, during the nature walk, I will describe it the best that I can as to how that is. So I am going to take it from there or leave it here, and I will be back again tomorrow for our next journey on our next step on our soulful journey. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye for now. Have a great Sunday.